Well, hello and welcome. I was driving by this place like I do all the time, heading down to grab some lunch if I have some time. And I've checked out this before, but it's just so interesting. I thought I'm going to stop by and check it out again. It's just awesome. Westward Motel, built in 1948. That's what the sign looks like right now. And I found one where it was looking a little better. This one right here from 2013. So it's good 12 years ago. Looks like they are working on it. Here's the office right here. This is all original except for they are kind of redoing the stucco. I think they've replaced all the doors. Studio apartment for rent there. Got some garage doors, which is used to be the staple in motor hotels, motels. Just very interesting. This is many people doing the Route 66 coming in town from the west. This was a good choice to stay. It's probably still pretty nice. Of course, they're building apartments right next door now. Yeah, it looks like they're doing a lot of refurb. Interesting. Uh-oh, that little hangover needs a little help. God, it just really throws you back in time. You walk around the site here. Oh, they even put in some new windows, so it's kind of fixing it up. Little bathroom windows maybe there, and they put some wrought iron here. Well, I guess that many years ago, it needs a little bit of a update. That's a lot of years. See a lot of cracks in there, but once they get the stucco done and the paint, it's gonna look sharp. And I'm glad they didn't really add on to it or change any of the architecture, the shape. Awesome. Here's the backyard. Oh, and around the back here too. I don't think I've ever come over in this direction. Just kind of a junkyard area. It's just so thrilling to me to see these Route 66 relics. I don't know if that's kind of a disrespectful word, but these old buildings that were built to accommodate people that were coming into town or passing through town, and they're still there, and they're still kind of thriving. Maybe not as much as when they first started, but once they get the refurb done and repainted, it's going to be like going back in time. The sign is what I really love. If they can kind of touch that up without ruining it, put the neon back, woo, that's going to be awesome. Here's a picture of at nighttime when the neon was working. Check this out. Isn't that cool? Just looking at some junk. Just curious what's back here. Spiders and snakes. There's an old grill right there. Old cot. Huh, molded cement. I wonder if they had some kind of fountain or something. They could do something nice back here too. storage parking or have like a little sitting area would be nice. Little neighborhood back here. Ooh, that really needs a little fixing up right there. See the stucco and the chicken wire and stuff. I'm here at 75th Street and Central, West Central Albuquerque. And I got a peek over here at this old place. I would assume it's about the same, built around the same time. But this one has really been refurbed. Looks like an original sign, but the neon glass is taken off there, but they repainted it. New Mexico Route 66, Adobe Manor. All nicely redone. I think that's how the Westward Ho is going to be. Kind of fixed up like this. I love those columns. No trespassing. Alrighty then. Oh, they got a little sitting area back there. Some picnic tables. Check out around the side here. This was a Peerless tire store over here. Wow, an old payphone? Yeah, Peerless Tires, they went out of business. Someone put up a Fusion Taco sign there, and I think they just have a truck. Yeah, all gone. It's even unusual to even see the stand left. Interesting. Some beautiful flowers there. Kind of looks like a snowball plant. I'm thinking someone forgot their construction signs. Just kind of sitting back there. Now this sign says now leasing. I wonder if a lot of these motels are turning into apartments. I did a video on the Louisiana type motel up west from here, and that became apartments. I'm trying to fix that up, so maybe that's the way to go. People just don't want to stay at these places unless they're very nostalgic as far as just staying the night while traveling. I just can't get enough of this sign. I just love it so much. We don't have any saguaros in New Mexico. It's more of an Arizona west type of thing, but it does say Westward Ho, going west. You can still see some of the glass up there all around. Well, it's all up there. Well, I'm missing a little bit of the top of that saguaro. But there's glass in Motel and no vacancy. Westward Ho. I don't think I've ever seen it lit up. Just a quick look behind the offices here. They got it's hard to imagine vacant lots up here still. Yeah, those are, you can tell how the windows used to look right there. They did need to be replaced. Taking a quick walk, going west on Central. I want to check out part of the Unser. Their claim to fame was race car drivers. Won many races, many awards. I did a video on their museum here, which was awesome. And all of a sudden they got a deal to go to, I believe, Indiana. And moved the whole thing away, closed it here. I was so glad that I got that video done. But these areas over here were part of their estate. And of course, there's Unser Boulevard down there, which was named after them. This old estate. And we've got some land back there and just a regular, pretty typical house. Yeah, the Unsers owned or do own a lot of these buildings. That used to be Unser Children's Museum right there. And there's some old cars and tractors. I've shown that before. But this was one of their first garages. They worked on their cars. And I believe Bobby Unser owned, probably still does, own this little estate over here. I'm also glad I got a good video and picture of a bar that used to go across there. It used to say Unserville, I believe. It said Unserville right between those two pillars. And I saw a guy out here taking a picture. About a day or two later, gone. Got to take a sneak peek through here. Oh, wow. Look at the old wagons. Isn't that cool? Farm equipment and wagons. A lot of land. Pretty nice home back there. That's just a pole. May have been a nice old sign pole. I'm not tall enough to see in there. I would assume it's pretty empty. Just love these old adobe stucco walls here. Thick walls. Very cool. Whew. I always run out of time. But if I want to grab something to eat, if I have time, if not, I might have to just go home and just have some crackers, and that's about it. I gotta go grocery shopping. Grocery shopping tomorrow. Little four-wheeler. Well, that was a pretty good walk. At least I got out and got a little exercise today. And some sun. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Well, folks, that's going to do it for today's video. I just love this stuff. I hope you do too. Kind of out of breath now, trying to hurry. But it's really fun to imagine when these places were new and people were coming in the early 1900s. And of course, the history goes way much farther back than that. And I've talked about that before in other videos. But it's really kind of fun to check out. Well, I got to rush. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you later. Bye for now. Westward ho. Well, east a little bit, then west. Quick shout out to Wendy's there. They're always quick. The burgers are pretty good. You can always count on them. You know what? They're the only fast food drive-up that I can remember that doesn't make you pull up. McDonald's, it's like 99% of the time. Can you pull up over there around the corner, down the block there? Could you go ahead and go home and park for a while and we'll let you know? So that. And speaking of shout outs, a thank you heart, a super thanks was donated to my channel from someone named Tim. So thank you, Tim. Thank you so much. Big shout out.